just be.
What are you doing?
I think my mic smells like poop.
I did rub my bare ass.
Smelled funky, and he was like, "Oh, I wiped my butthole."
I
with
feel
it."
like there's been a
my
butthole.
mic-
Mine smells fine.
My mic has no smell. So.
Yeah.
I smell a butthole smell.
Man, you're right up in yours.
Can that be the name of this episode, no matter what we
I
do?
smell a butthole
smell.
Episode 20.
I smell a
butthole smell.
Can we have a whole episode about your nickname?
Can we just have a whole episode of me going?
Can we just have a fucking episode?
No.
He's never
no.
says
Is
his
that not what we're
name
doing right now?
correctly. He just
I
says,
did in the first like 4 or 5 episodes, and then it got to a point where Justin would go.
You want to let Eric do the intro?
Yeah, let's let Eric do the intro.
Do it all in that voice.
Come on, man.
Hey guys, welcome to Blitzkrieg Pub.
And you gotta mention all that bullshit.
I can try it. I can give
Yeah,
it.
you feel a little pressure.
If a guest
there,
is
buddy.
present, brief story, background, say name of show, Blitzkrieg Pop
Damn,
Podcast.
Adam's got it going on. See,
So-
that's what I need.
What?
So I just
Well,
read this
I like
verbatim.
that.
Say out loud, say name of guest, please.
I like that though.
This is
I
fucking.
can't
Look
do
at
that.
this
I
dumb
just went over the top
bullshit
with
that I
it.
just found. look at this shit.
Who are you talking to on Snapchat?
That's awesome.
Ashley.
Is that
Yeah,
supposed to be you?
Yeah, it's me. Wi-Fi.
I like that.
Got Steeler stuff on.
Where's
That
that
means-
thing on
That
your
means
head?
that Eric took
Wow.
time out of his day to make himself. a
Goddamn right, I
Bitmoji.
did. You
Yeah.
did too.
I did. Well, that's in character for me.
You did too.
I'm
Are you
a
recording?
I'm a huge little baby piece of shit.
awesome.
No,
so-
fuck you.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting on Eric to do the intro.
Oh my!
Oh,
are we
Adam out of the
recording?
listing.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry.
Adam, give Eric an intro to doing the intro.
It's. I mean,
An intro to the intro.
I wrote it all out here.
Now I was like, here's Munch with the intro. There you go.
All right, guys. So we got welcome to Blitzkrieg Pop. This is episode 20 already.
That's too many episodes.
It's a lot of episodes,
I'm
man.
sorry,
There
guys.
shouldn't be that many.
Guys, I mean, should we have made it this far?
Probably not.
Someone should have shot us after like episode 5.
I mean, episode 20. That's quite a few, and people are still listening to it, which is awesome. We appreciate you guys out there listening to it. Keep on listening to it. Let us know what we're doing right and wrong, and what we can improve, as long as it's not our faces, because we can't really do much about that.
This is the final episode.
They're all fucking terrible.
This is over.
So, of course, I am Munch. I'm joined here with,
Adam.
Alex.
AJ.
and nobody said it like me, so.
AJ.
So I'm not exactly sure what the hell we're talking about, but I think we're going to try to make this a Seinfeld episode, which is just an episode about fucking nothing.
An
About
episode
whatever
about
we
nothing.
got, whatever we've got on our mind at this point.
I like this
Potpourri.
idea.
The potpourri episode.
This is.
Just a bunch of thrown
It's a-
together
yeah.
bullshit.
It's a veritable goddamn cornucopia of bullshit.
Cornucopia.
I just
Okay.
remember watching Jeopardy and being like, what's potpourri?
Oh man, yeah.
Is
that's
anything
it.
like
Stupid
Gerbil?
Questions.
Pot
Gerbil.
Perry.
Bringing up Ashley's Gerbil moment.
That's awesome. Elaborate on
gerbil?
that.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Apparently, she was in English 3 junior year
Gerbil.
in Mr. McElrath's class, and was reading a story to herself. Of course, everybody in the class was reading the story. Apparently, she had never seen this word written out before, and it was Gerbil. And she asked to her best friend that was sitting next to her at a desk, "Hey, what's a gerbil?" Apparently, it was audible enough for the entire class to hear.
That
To
is
which her
amazing.
friend looked at her and responded, "You mean gerbil?"
Yeah. I mean, I was sitting like way in the back of the class like a cool kid, and I heard her say it. So
Everybody erupted into laughter. Ashley felt like a goober.
That's awesome.
she has
Ashley,
been,
we love you.
she's been mortified of that for like 20 years now.
Yup.
It's okay. Get over it, girl.
When you say you were in the back of the class, it makes me think of a time I was in Miss Creekmer's music class, and I started laughing so fucking hard, and I was trying to hold it in,
Oh
and
yeah.
my sinuses all drained out, and I snotted in the fucking music book.
Did you like close it?
Tell me.
Like closed it on my nose and pulled away, and my loogie from my nose was in the book.
Oh.
And I went back
That's
like in my
disgusting.
senior year and found that fucking thing, and it looks like someone came on the page. It is
that's
terrible
amazing.
looking. So
good.
there's a high school
That's
story
a
for you
great
guys.
story.
I'm gonna start using that as a bookmark now. Like if I can't find a piece of paper, so I'm just whap right
Yeah.
there.
I like And everyone looked at me because I was laughing and I was trying to hold it. And I went, everybody looked at me. And what made me laugh so hard was one of my friends, Zach Hill, was laughing so hard that I thought he looked like a gerbil in a cage bouncing.
I like
that.
that.
Made me laugh.
And then his Gerbil story.
Yes.
Gerbil.
prompted
It's
this.
amazing.
It's all fucking
Yeah.
connected, boys.
Yeah.
It all comes around
It's the
eventually.
Matrix.
7 steps to Kevin Bacon.
One time a gerbil bit me on the nose and made me bleed. There's my gerbil story. Where are you at, Adam?
I had a raccoon piss on me once.
What the fuck?
That's true, actually. I was there.
No, okay. This is actually a rare time where I haven't heard one of these stories,
Right.
and now I want to.
God, there's really nothing to it more than that our friend down the street, Jason,
Jason
Harmon,
Harmon.
had a pet raccoon.
Of course he did.
That's
it
in
was
character.
It was a baby, and it was sitting on my lap, and I was like feeding it whatever the fuck you feed a raccoon, trash.
Trash.
This is McDonald's wrapper.
And
You're a little guy.
you know,
Diaper juice in
it
a
was
bottle.
acting kind of odd. Of course, I didn't know the standard behavior for a raccoon. I'd never held one before,
Peed on him.
and it just kind of just
I remember that
stood
day.
there and went like and just pissed all over me.
I wish I
remember
would have
that
taken
day.
a picture of that, and we could have made it the
This
art
is
for this
We were,
episode.
we were young, man.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I was probably like 12.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. It was
I was
cool
put-
12
you
is
know,
still relatively
I was
young.
Kaylee's
I was-
13.
I was putting mousse in my hair at the time. That's
You
how
had
messed
hair.
up
Still do
young
that?
I was. I had hair. Yeah,
I had hair at the time.
Yeah.
Over there at that same spot, I remember doing a backflip and I was in my underwear. This was like 14-year-old Alex era.
Like at that, where the swing was.
I was thin and I was on the trampoline and there was a girl that I liked from high school there. And
Wait,
I
I
was trying
remember
to,
this.
was trying to impress her, and I did a backflip, and I came up off the fucking trampoline, didn't land on it, and went under the porch swing and hit my head on a flower pot, all in my underwear, tidy whities.
Long ass
Yeah.
balls popping out.
Here's how they
They weren't long at the
then.
time.
Here's my question:
They
was
were
she-
drawn up.
Was she impressed?
Yeah.
No, no. She actually
Well, that was all for naught.
didn't even acknowledge that I just rammed my head into a flower pot.
Oh,
Somehow that's worse than if she would have ran up on you.
I know.
I've
This
done
was
some-
right before I met Sharon.
I've done some dumb shit like that before. I remember going to visit my cousin whenever he lived down. It's not downtown. It's kind of more like uptown, up by where Red's Donuts is at now. And I was
Oh,
riding.
You mentioned Reds.
Yeah, I know. It's just where it's at. It's not them. Fuck them.
Sorry, Munnels.
Fuck Munnels is the best, and I will fight anybody.
That's amazing.
And I took my bike. I was riding my bike. There were these two cute girls walking down the street, me and him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome." Immediately, my chain came off. Got caught in the back tire, and I did a somersault over the front handles and landed on my ass. And the only thing that I could do was go, "That wasn't very fun." And the girls laughed and walked on.
Oh,
That
that's
is awesome.
amazing.
God himself reached down
He
and
pulled you off that
Yep.
fucking bike.
That's what you get for being a pompous douche.
It is, and it was so. It was just like that strike you down moment. You're
Yeah.
trying to be cool. Fuck you.
I think it-
Bam.
All of us at one point or another have been fat or are fat or whatever the deal
Still
is.
fat.
We've all had to learn a lot of humility.
I have to hold my breath when I tie my shoes.
That's why I bought shoes that you don't tie.
I remember going to a bunch of pool parties at what is that, Baptist church or the church
Oh,
downtown?
Yeah.
Some indoor pool parties having to wear a shirt.
Oh,
Trying
yeah.
to, trying to be, it's hard to be smooth when you're wearing a 2X shirt and
I
the
can
hips are
rem-
poking out.
I can remember going clothes shopping with my grandmother before she
Oh,
passed
man.
away, and she would always scream out in the middle of the store, "Where's the husky clothes? Like, where's the husky?"
You know what's
pants?"
awesome that you said that? Because Munch came in the store today and he said, "I got new jeans." I said, "You get them in the husky
section.
You get them from the big boy side.
No, I got them from the Rural King, which means that I got them from the store where you buy bullshit.
I can't
Yeah.
say Rural
Rural
King.
King.
Rural King.
I was shopping with Nanny once, Adam.
Yeah.
And I
Not
can't
uns-
remember who was with me, but I was in one of those places that has like the mini, like the bed, but it's like a half of a bed.
Oh,
and
you
it's
were,
showing
you were
like
with Zach, or no, you were with Mitch.
I was with Mitch. That's right. But it says do not sit on it. And I'm
For
like,
display only.
you know what I'm talking
It's
about?
like
yeah.
displaying the
half
duvet.
bed.
Like
you
in
know?
Sears.
Yeah, like just like that.
it's like-
and so I sat on it, and I fucking fell through the fucking thing. It was like bam, and fell in the middle, and my feet were hanging. My knees were draped over.
It was
this
just a cardboard box
It's
with a
amazing.
fucking blanket on it.
Yeah, and Mitch helped me out of there. I was in there for a minute. And Mitch helped me out, and when Lady came over, I said, "My fucking friend sat on this and he fell."
You threw him under the bus.
Hell yeah! And I left, and I even told Nanny that he fell. in
Oh,
it.
nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
that's how I was.
So
That's
you
way
lied
better.
to your grandmother.
Yeah, now she's dead. So thanks for bringing that up.
You fucking brought it up.
Oh man. So guys, what do you think
Oh,
of
man.
Kevin Feige being the creative chief of Marvel?
The only thing I'm upset about it is the way I was introduced to it was the tweet I saw said, Ike Perlmutter's out at Marvel. Kevin Feige's taking
I
over.
wish Ike
Not
Perlmutter
true.
was
Yeah.
out.
Literally the second line of the story was he's not replacing Ike Perlmutter. Like, don't get my fucking hopes up like that.
Is it bad that I don't understand what that means?
Okay, here's the deal. So
That's great.
it is bad, but
Tell him
we
why
can-
Ike Perlmutter.
we can
sucks.
fill you. Well, Ike Perlmutter's.
A huge piece of shit.
Yes, I'm not. I don't want to go too political.
He has
with
no
this show.
creative control.
I mean, I don't
over
understand
Marvel.
what this job title is.
Oh, that's
Okay.
what you're talking
He's
Check it
about.
like
out.
the number one head honcho.
They have put him.
Of what?
Chief
Marvel.
creative officer? That means he
He's over.
controls all creative.
He's over publishing.
Oh, it's
now?
like everything.
He's
animation.
over
Okay.
animation.
And
He's
film.
over
Okay.
TV. He's over movies.
That makes more sense.
He,
Okay.
basically, essentially, his role at Marvel Studios is now for Marvel.
Okay.
Having said that,
I heard he's taking over Star Wars as well.
yeah, I
Yeah,
heard that
I've
too.
heard
Which
that.
I gotta
Yeah.
be honest, probably needs him, right?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
fine with it.
But
Star Wars
'cause
fan.
they need someone to steer that ship a little bit. I don't know why I'm driving like this.
I like
Driving
that.
like
You're
this.
steering it like
That's how you pilot a Death Star.
For the listeners, it looks like I'm driving a towboat. I'm like
He
got
looks-
a huge wheel here with fucking those little things. on.
Spokes.
Yeah, y'all know that
I thought you were
scene
milking
in-
2 cows. I didn't know what you were.
Yeah.
I'm going skiing here.
You know that scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when Baby Huey drives the car? It kind of looked like that.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
Yes.
But anyway, so
That's fair.
doesn't seem like much is changing because
I
our
just-
boy Joe Quesada, who has fucking killed it for the last 15 years or so, he reports directly to Dan Buckley, who is the president of Marvel.
and from what I can tell, they're
nothing's
not.
really changed.
CB Cebulski's still being editor in chief.
Of course,
So as long as they
I
don't
gotta
change,
say that this last Marvel relaunch has really kicked ass.
Well, the thing is, they took it more like, I'm not going to say exactly like Image, but they went more towards that when they went, hey, do you have a good idea for a book? Yeah, let's do it. Instead of, hey, this is what we want to do for the book, and we think this writer would be good for this story.
I think their biggest
That's
mistake
awesome,
is
man.
putting Dan Slott on Iron Man.
Or Spider-Man.
And
or,
Fantastic Four.
No,
Hey, let's be honest. Their biggest mistake is hiring Dan Slott.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
That's
It's
fair.
time for Dan to go.
I feel like it might.
Sorry.
Time for him to go fuck up DC for a
Yeah,
while.
usually what happens
Well,
is Marvel uses
seriously.
them up, and then whenever they get bored, they go to DC and write mediocre books there. And someone's going to get mad at me over the Superman
That sounded
run.
like a crack right on Bendis.
That was a crack ride on Bendis, and there was another one I used to use, and I couldn't tell you for the life of me who I used to use as that example.
It's odd because Jeff
But-
Johns is the opposite, right? Didn't he write lame books at Marvel and then he went to DC and did
I actually
good?
Well-
loved his run on Avengers.
Yeah, his was kind of like a parabola because it like kind of went up and it peaked with Green Lantern, and then it went right back down.
Gotcha.
And he's been in control of DC television as well,
He
right?
can't be
Yeah.
in complete control or it would be decent.
Yeah.
Well,
the TV people enjoy it. I don't know.
People enjoy the Warner TV. Here's something lame. You want to hear this? There was
Sure.
not apparently, I don't know because I wasn't on site, there was not a DC booth at Comic-Con. It was a Warner Media booth.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I can't really
fucking lame,
see.
man.
I don't really blame them though because at this point, like, if they did that at like Emerald City or New York, I'd be like, that's fucked. But San Diego at this point is more of a movie and TV con than anything anyway.
I agree with
Thank
you.
you,
But
because
you
I
got to
totally
know
agree.
your audience wants to see that DC logo.
I don't really think they give a shit.
I agree
Oh,
with what he said.
I
Like,
think they
Not
give
at
a
that
shit.
show.
My mom likes the Arrowverse stuff, and she did not even realize it was DC until I told her. Even though the logo pops up at the beginning of every
I
episode.
understand what both of you are saying. Me as a comic fan, I want to see that DC logo.
Oh, I'm-
Even though I'm
sure.
not a fan of, I mean, I like DC, but I'd rather see Marvel, of course. But I want to see that. But I understand what you're saying, and it's a really good
it's-
point about that
It's
audience.
just that show.
Yeah.
That Comic Con
Yeah.
shouldn't be called Comic Con. Number one, it should be called Media Con or something.
Most of them
Yeah,
should.
like at least it's like I like C2E2's full name, Chicago Comics and Entertainment Expo.
Yeah.
Covers everything. And
Sure.
oddly enough, they're the ones that are named the best and also have the highest amount of actual comic shit there.
That's awesome.
That's where the Hickman's X-Men run got announced this year.
By the way, that just wrapped up, and that was phenomenal.
Are you kidding me? It just got started, baby.
Well, the two precursor books, House and Powers,
Yeah.
just wrapped, and they were, man, wow, what
Yeah.
the art in both books were amazing. The whole the story was awesome. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, what gets me, like, I keep seeing people complain that, like, oh, they left too many threads open. Like, Hickman has said straight up he has 4 years worth of books.
Yeah.
Yeah, some shit's going to be left open, buds.
I mean,
That's the point.
on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like saying, I watched
But they
Fellowship.
never announced the Red King, right?
No, not yet. But Marauders comes out next week. It'll be out by the time this episode airs.
Can I interject with something?
Sure.
Isn't there a Red King in World War or in Planet Hulk?
Oh yeah, the King of Sakaar, the original one.
Yeah.
I severely doubt it's gonna be that
that's not
dude
what. Not what.
I'm just saying. Maybe
Yeah.
you should get a better name.
Someone will be hanging out with the Hellfire. Well, now they're calling, Sebastian Shaw's the Black King.
Emma Frost is
they're-
the White Queen,
Of
which
course.
is normal.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
they're named
that's
after chess pieces, and
Yeah.
traditionally, if something's not using black or white, it uses red.
Yeah, but think about this. Like, couldn't it possibly be Gambit? He uses a deck of cards. There's a Red King.
That's interesting.
I mean, he's
don't
not
know.
really ever been part of that group.
Whoever it
but-
is. I mean,
Well,
Yeah,
neither
do
is
you-
Kitty Pryde. Now she is.
do you
She's
care
leading
to do you care to speculate on who you think the Red King may be?
Well, I mean, you have
You
that
said
one
Gambit.
variant that is the foreshadowing variant, and it's obviously Omega Red.
I was
Red
about to say
King. I mean,
Omega Red.
Omega Red, like, I know that they're taking a lot of liberties with a lot of the characters in ways that I really like, but Omega Red being in like a leadership position seems kind of weird. Like, as much as they have changed a bunch of
So does
things,
Mystique.
I don't know. Mystique's been in charge of the Marauders actually before,
okay.
and
Fair enough.
she had a pretty high roll up in the Morlocks for a minute.
Huh?
Yeah, and she led the Brotherhood for a minute after Magneto left.
Right. Yes, she has. What the fuck? What are you?
I texted Eric something awful, and it was amazing. I just wanted to fuck with him. I saw him on his phone while you guys were talking, so I just sent
just
him
what he
something.
does. Just what he does.
Man, okay.
There's a
well,
picture of Goatsy.
Yeah. All right. So since this is a mishmash episode, that's going
Yeah.
to be our next thing. I'm gonna tell y'all the most upset I've ever been in my life is when they took the Goatsy.cx web thing, because that's an
talk
important
about
part of
Goatsy.
my teenage years, sending that to friends, and they turned it into a goddamn cryptocurrency
Come
website.
on, man! Like the kids
This is
listen to this.
this
We don't
is
need
why
to
we need a
We don't need
topic.
to see Goatsy. Come on,
Oh.
Dan. This can't be in here.
What? Why can't that be
Yeah, I
in
saw
there?
you. J Town's gonna look at Goatsy.
Dude, I've said way worse than that.
Yeah,
doesn't-
what
it
the
doesn't
fuck?
even exist anymore.
Yeah, it's
can't
not even
find
there.
it? Oh, you can find it.
It's hard actually.
I know that it's hard, but I'm saying. Okay, I don't care. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
I think you're getting a little too worried about that. I'm gonna say
I'm
most. of
only
our
worried
audience.
about J Town.
It says. Okay,
J
J
Town's a
Town.
grown man.
J Town. Don't look up Goatsy.
Now he's going to.
J-Town.
He's a
Definitely gonna.
16-year-old kid.
You know
he
what?
can hear you.
when
He's
I-
gonna
I
hear
know.
you.
When I first saw Goatsy, I was like 13, and it's fucked my head up, so he can join the club.
You know what ruined for me, AJ? Those fucking cookies with the fucking red jelly on them.
Are you kidding me?
I thought those were candies that were called
No,
Goatsy.
no, it's like a shortbread cookie with,
With
the
the red
red
dollar
I know what
jelly
you're
on it.
talking about.
Yeah,
jelly.
and Goatsy ruined that for me.
Well, I've seen cookies like that have the Goatsy image on them, and the red jelly is the
Oh,
butthole.
gosh. That's
Yeah.
We
Y'all-
jumped the
AJ
shark.
is the
Y'all-
worst.
All right.
Yeah, y'all want to talk about Lemon Party next? Y'all want to talk about
I never heard of that.
JPEG?
Now I don't want to live.
I'll bring some shit up. I got a list, baby.
This says a lot about you.
It really
That
does.
I
was
didn't
a-
know about Goatsy until
not-
AJ told
All right,
me.
we're gonna do a side episode, and I'm gonna tell you all about shock images.
Man. Wow.
Wow.
I don't know how it went from X-Men to shock images other than Alex showing.
Because Alex sent me a picture of
Pictures.
some terrible shit.
And he said Goatsy, and that set me off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Okay. Never mind.
Uh,
I guess
let's-
it was a natural progression.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is it's a mishmash. This
We-
is like a real conversation that we'd have at the store. That's
Now,
what
would you say a
Totally.
mismatch
Mis-
or a mix
mismatch.
match?
I don't know what I
Alex
said.
is rubbing off on you.
A
over
hodgepodge.
A
Ooh, I
podge
like it.
hodge.
I like
Hog
that.
A
Dog.
modge podge.
All right.
AJ called it a potpourri.
A hog log.
there. Poo-pourri.
A
Potpourri was always my favorite category in all
Potpourri?
the PS1 Jeopardy games.
Yeah.
I swear I thought it was potpourri.
Yeah, I saw there was Jeopardy got the other day because they had a video game potpourri,
got
and they had a question about Tetris that ended up being based on a joke image that someone made.
Oh.
Someone made a Photoshop of the old like manual and gave all the pieces names, like it was like Orange Jerry and stuff like that. I'm fucking that up. That probably wasn't one of them.
Orange Jerry.
I hope
but-
Orange Jerry was one of them.
Orange
Yeah,
Joe.
but the Jeopardy question was like, what game featured spinning pieces named like Orange Jerry and Fuck Nuts Red and whatever the hell they were? And
I hope
whenever
it was Fuck Nuts
yeah.
Red.
And
Fuck
whenever,
Nuts
and whenever they
Red.
said it was Tetris, one of the contestants is like, that was a joke image, guys. Y'all got fooled.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I need to look this up now because I want Jeopardy. I want Alex Trebek to look like a shithead
And
for a minute.
he
Oh, you
did.
mean not? I mean like being like
Normal.
cancer ridden.
Yeah, did cancer not do that enough for you?
No,
Eric?
it didn't.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Good response. Quick
Damn,
on that.
Eric.
lots of editing here.
No editing.
Alex is a.
Oh no!
All right, this.
Let
all
the
right.
boy watch.
Okay, the name of this episode is Alex loses his spine.
Oh,
Alex
ain't got no
Oh,
big
man.
long hanging balls no more.
Yep, them long hanging balls done
Pappy
fall
long
off.
balls.
Well,
Better.
Sarah asked me last night why you keep touching your balls, and I said they're wondering. they're wondering.
Got to reel him in like a cow.
Yeah, they're wandering around.
Get along now.
I love that your wife says, "Why do you keep touching
Well,
your balls?"
she noticed that I was like, moving shit around there, and I said, "Hey, you don't understand. I'm out of fucking sorts here. One of them's under my ass, and one of them's over here on top of my thigh."
locate them.
Yeah.
We call this a
That's why I
testicular
say.
recalibration.
That's why I say wandering ball. My balls are moving around.
Where his balls are.
Yeah, we're gonna have to set up a little like barbed wire fence to keep his balls from getting out into the open.
Exactly.
They can't be a wander in the countryside.
The cattle drive.
Yeah.
It's a fucking ball reserve.
That's
Jesus.
crazy, huh?
We've just gone way out in left field.
That's what
with
happens.
We have no script here.
You know what's funny? We were talking about geek shit till we came here and sat down. At the table.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then we started talking
I
about
mentioned
Alex
Kevin Feige, man.
You did.
So,
Yeah, we
come
did
on.
talk about X-Men for 5 minutes, and then it got into buttholes.
Buttholes,
And
goatsy, balls.
So has anyone? Have any of you read Event Leviathan?
What in the
No.
fuck is that?
That's a Superman book that's going on right now.
Oh fuck.
that it's
That's
kind of revered as being good, better than House of X. I heard.
I'm out.
There's no way it's better than House of X.
I started the Superman Batman combo thing they did. That's leading up to Infected. Like it introduced King Shazam.
Yeah.
King Shazam seems cool. Oh, the Shazam who laughs is cool.
I
But that's
hate-
not what he's called. He's called King Shazam.
Yeah,
Oh,
honestly,
it's
I'm
the
a
same thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
yeah. The whole blank who laughs is my least favorite
I'm-
naming convention of all time.
A little offended by it myself.
Yeah.
That Batman who laughs. I was talking to a customer today. Is in every DC book that comes out now.
Yeah, Batman Who Laughs and Cosmic Ghost Rider make me want to beat my head against a
I
wall.
do
kinda
hate
like
Ghost.
Cosmic
No,
Ghost
I
Rider.
fucking hate
Yeah.
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
You mean
'Cause
Deadpool?
They took
Frank
they took
Castle.
Punisher.
Ghost Rider and Punisher and made him Deadpool.
Yeah, that's exactly
And
what happened.
it's just
Good
the
point,
worst of
actually.
all
Justin-
three characters.
Justin Coble. That's exactly what fucking happened. He
Oh,
is
but he's
Deadpool.
got a baby Thanos, and they hang out, and I'm gonna
Which
just
is
slam my dick in a
bullshit.
door.
Doesn't Batman have a baby apocalypse? Or
Baby
Darkseid.
Darkseid?
He pulled it out of his pocket when he needed to, Omega beam something.
Yeah.
Which I thought the boys did a lot better if you're gonna use a baby with fancy vision.
Absolutely.
Well, I
The
think
boys was excellent.
the boys did a lot of great things.
Did you guys
Yeah.
finish that?
Yes.
Of
Yeah.
course. In
Oh
one
my-
sitting.
It was better than the comic by a long shot.
God, it was awesome.
probably
I
the
loved.
Yeah.
I love that shit with the deep stealing the dolphin. and it
Oh my
flying
god!
out in the
When
street.
when the dolphin goes
Said it would
flying,
be all right.
he's like, "I'll touch your blowhole. Just don't worry about it, and then it'll be fine." And then it goes flying out the front windshield.
I like what he tells
you're
you,
like, "Oh, man,
the
that's-
lobster that it's going to be okay.
it's laying in the street, and it's
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, that sucks." And then it fucking gets hit by
an
a semi.
18-wheeler.
I love that.
Yeah, I just love the Deep's life after he
Man.
like it just spirals the toilet, and
nothing-
you never feel bad for him though because he's such a piece of shit.
The
Nothing
only-
more cringeworthy than
No.
when he gets his gills fingered.
There is,
Oh.
yeah. I don't know if anything
Made
hurt.
me hurt.
That actually hurt my rib cage.
That like, have you ever watched TV and then
I thought
someone
it was
gets,
fitting
like-
because he's a fucking dick.
Oh,
he
yeah.
deserved it.
But it was.
But it's like whenever you see someone get hit in the balls on TV and you're like, oh, phantom pain. Somehow I got more phantom pain for rib gills.
So it wasn't just me. I actually
No.
felt like I was having
No,
some kind of weird
seriously.
reaction.
Yeah, man, it was fucked.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
She just jammed him up in there.
It hurt.
None of us have gills. Why do we have?
I
Phantom
have
gill
no
pain?
idea.
Well,
I have no idea.
kind of made my roids hurt worse.
It definitely.
Now we're back
hurt.
to buttholes.
I had a blood clotted
Man,
hemorrhoid. once,
Alex just brings it right
Just
back.
Trying,
and
trying.
it made me think of that pain. So there you go.
Weird. Having a blood clot in your
Let's
ass?
just talk about Alex's asshole for a while.
Tell
Have
us
we
about the time
mentioned-
about. Tell us about the time that you had to spread your butt cheeks and had your dad look at your asshole.
Well, that's true. But wait,
That
have
was-
we mentioned my asshole on this?
Yes.
episode?
Yeah, just now.
Before I mentioned
I
it.
don't think so.
Because he
Before.
said back to Alex's butthole.
Well, we assume all buttholes.
Well, I assume we've talked about
It's
it
like
on
a
other
weather
episodes.
report. Back to your butthole, Alex.
And now back to Eric with
Yeah.
Alex's butthole.
No.
Tell us about the weather patterns
Thanks,
around the
Dan.
anus. How
How
many
don't-
folds are in the butt today?
I don't
I'm
know.
just saying that his gill vaginas bothered me. It was odd to watch.
It hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
fucking hurt.
I don't know who came up with that scene,
No.
It's
but
not
if
in
I
the
ever
comic?
meet them, But the problem is, I read the comics in college, which was like 2006 ish, and I remember liking him okay. But it was like everything with Garth Ennis. It's like this book's really good, and now he's just gone off the fucking deep end.
Oh, he's rapey.
Yeah, Garth Ennis
I
and
don't
Mark
get
Miller will start off a book great, and then they're just
And
like,
there's
oh,
rape
yeah.
always.
I think you can feel Garth Ennis's hatred of superheroes.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
palpable.
it's stupid, except for Superman for
Kind
some
of makes
reason.
me
He
not
loves
like
Superman.
it. I don't know. It's the opposite of the effect because I like the boys, but I'm
Right.
like, if you don't like superheroes, get out of comics.
But
That's
well,
how I
at
feel.
least
Out
hard
of
to
superhero
yeah.
comics.
hard
Yeah.
to not say though that The Boys is an awesome take on.
It is. It's great.
Power
You know what
people.
disappoints me about it is that's probably how it would be if there was.
Oh,
real
absolutely,
superheroes.
fucking lutely.
Yeah, no question.
You know,
Absolutely.
Captain America wouldn't be a good person.
No, they would
Yeah,
absolutely
that's-
figure out how to monetize them and use them as a military application.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's the old thing. You know what the most unbelievable thing about Iron Man and Batman is? They're
Rich
billionaires
people.
who give a shit about people.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You think Superman in real life would go save people? Hell no.
Especially not for a
Hey,
country.
hey, wait. Now, Ma and Pa Kent raised him right. Yeah.
He got raised by those
Very
Mennonite
true.
people that one time too, and he just didn't do anything.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it was in
Remember,
the nail.
Remember that time he was in
Russians.
Russia?
I was about to say, yeah.
Reds.
Red Sun.
Red Sun was awesome. That's my favorite Elseworlds. One of my favorite Elseworlds DC too.
I like
I think
Gotham by
that's-
Gaslight,
That's
and
good.
I like spoiler.
Man, Batman Year 100.
Oh, that's
I
great.
if you haven't, you should. I'm just going to throw it out there. Batman Year 100.
You know what I
It's
think
awesome.
about DC?
Oh,
If y'all didn't hear that, Eric has squeak tooted.
Yeah, he's goat's eating his pants.
oh, wow! Why are we back
Eric's
there?
gaping butthole now.
No, you wouldn't be able to hear it if he was
Oh,
gay.
don't fan that at me.
Oh, that's a good point. It'd be like yelling in a cave.
I hate
Hello. Why are we doing this?
this. Now we're on Eric's butthole.
He's waving shit smell at me,
Yeah.
and you guys are talking about gaping
And I-
holes.
I feel like his
Good
butthole's
Lord.
name is Smudge.
All right, so we got
Smunch.
That's the sound it
What is
makes.
smunch?
Smudge! I don't know. I can't live like this.
You can't live like
I
this.
can't. Living in a cloud of Eric's shit.
What's funny is I felt guilty
Ah.
because I thought I was gonna be
Damn.
farting tonight, and Eric's over here taking my.
Every time we do
No,
this.
Eric always shits on the
Shit
podcast.
pants on every
Every-
episode.
every
if Eric
episode.
ain't doing it, Adam's doing it.
That's true.
I have had to run in the back of the comic shop before mid sentence because Adam nearly.
I
killed
tell you
me.
what, I actually got to witness the most impressive thing I've ever seen this week. Wednesday morning, Marshall and I were working. No, Tuesday morning we were working. We were outdoors, by the way, in Wycliffe at the paper mill. Marshall farted and couldn't get it out of his clothes because we were, it was cold. It was cold that morning.
farting in a spacesuit.
Yeah, it's like in his underwear, like in his thermal underwear.
This
And he
is awesome.
couldn't get it out. And he's trying to fan it out, and it's coming up, wafting out of his neck. Wafting out his neck. And he threw up his breakfast.
His own
His
fart.
own shit made him throw up his breakfast.
That's amazing.
I think Eric's hurting.
Eric is purple right now. His little thing on his head's bright red.
Yeah, it is. That's
Oh, man. Poor
great.
Marshall.
Yeah, man. You can make Marshall puke with anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You give him a check, he pukes.
Yeah.
You say hi to him, he pukes.
If he sees the sun come up, he pukes. I'm not kidding.
That's a real thing.
Look how beautiful that sunrise is. Blech.
If you give him over $500,
No, if he spins over
oh,
500.
it spins over.
See, I thought he puked when he got a check one time.
No,
A big one, yes.
he pukes when he's gonna give it up.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I've
think
seen my
I do
power
too.
bill before and puked a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Man.
Paducah Power System.
I've
Yeah,
smudged
fuck
in my
you guys.
drawers.
No shout out.
Smunch.
How about those squeaky farts? They're kind of creeping around a roid or something.
This is the most on target episode.
I mean, this is exactly what we just sit around and talk. People want to know what we talk about.
guys,
This is it.
This is what we do.
butthole.
This is, if you came into our store, Infinite Collectibles, you would hear this same conversation.
I actually
Absolutely.
have something of geek import I would like
Alright.
to throw in here.
Well,
Is it about assholes?
Professor Podcast is going to have a hell of an editing
Oh, yeah.
job.
It's
ahead
not
of him.
about assholes, although it could reference a few.
Oh, Rob Liefeld.
Rob
No,
Liefeld
fuck
sucks.
him. He can't draw ankles.
Yeah.
But here's you guys are playing Pokemon Go.
Yep.
Mm,
Okay.
kinda.
I mean, I'm an avid player.
Sure.
Why the fuck are the Unova Pokemon so hard to find right now?
I still haven't seen an Oshawott.
I've seen
Not one.
3 Tepigs, but nothing else.
I've never seen a Tepig. I have
got-
Oshawott.
I've got 3 Tepigs. I've got 2 Snivy, but I've not seen an Oshawott yet.
Yeah,
I
what the
caught
fuck?
3 Gokus last week
No,
You
actually,
can evolve him into a Gohan.
into
That's,
Gogeta.
that's not true.
I actually made
Yeah, I
sure
don't
and wore
know
an
anything
anime
about it.
shirt today just to bother you.
Gohan is Goku's son.
Whatever.
I heard that's cool.
It's awesome.
You know, I've never got into Dragon Ball. That's this one I couldn't
It
get into.
looks terrible.
It's one of those things that like I would never tell anyone to watch it now because I feel like it requires that nostalgia, except
Yeah.
for like younger people.
I've watched a
but-
bridge and it's funny, but I know it's not the actual story.
I thought we
Yeah.
were talking about Pokemon.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good point.
And we were. I mean, I was just saying. I've had a real. I caught a Blitzel today, which is like the first.
I hatched one immediately after it started.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's the only one I've ever seen.
I just think it's a busted release. I don't know what. The
Although,
fuck they're doing.
today at 3:00 they changed into the
Yeah,
Halloween
I
stuff.
saw
So
it pop up.
you're gonna get Litwick and you're gonna get the little Golem doohickey,
Well-
and I don't remember what they're.
Yeah, because I've been.
I don't know the name of all those fucking Pokemon. I didn't play
Litwick
that level series. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Litwick
Unova?
turns into one of the
I
best
didn't play
ones,
Unova.
Chandelure,
Chandelure.
Everybody like jizzes over Chandelure.
because it's one of those that's kind of like Vanilla Ice. That it's so stupid that I love it.
Isn't
it
that
a
in
thir- isn't it a-
Bison's Island?
Isn't it? It's Shadowloo.
Shadowloo, baby. Yeah.
Isn't that a third evolution or is it a second?
Chandelure?
Yeah.
Yeah, third.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There's a Litwick, and then there's I don't
Something
know.
Ghost
What's that?
Candle.
Conkeldurr?
I like Conkeldurr.
That's
yeah.
in my pants.
I
He's got
want.
My
He's the guy
Conkeldurr.
carrying the big piece of iron.
I want that fucker.
Yeah.
Anybody has one, trade it to me. I want that.
I've
fucker.
got a heat more. That's the only coolest.
Really?
No,
Can you
that's
tell
stupid
the
antique.
audience about the origins of Ash Ketchum?
Yeah, he was 10. He woke up and he went on his Pokemon journey.
No,
He
but he
recently
was
finally
made
won.
for American audiences.
No,
He wasn't? I
No,
thought
they
you told me
changed
that
his
one.
name because it's Satoshi in Japanese.
I
But
they
thought you
changed
said
his
there's
name, but they
really
do that to
no-
everybody.
I thought you said there's really no Ash Ketchum in the
There's
game.
not in the game. It's
That's
you.
You have red and red and
Because
blue.
you're the Pokemon trainer.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
More or
yeah.
less.
That's
You're-
yeah.
Is that an RPG?
Yes, it is.
it is.
That's why you don't play it.
Yep.
It's turn. You have to select their moves.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Which
It's got a
man-
menu.
Which I think we need to take a poll at some point to see which one Sword and Shield me and Munch are gonna get.
One of us will. Take
Oh, I
a
already
poll.
figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm getting sword. You're getting shield. Fuck it.
Yeah. He changes this weekly.
I don't.
Yes, he does.
I just forget.
and then he changes it.
Well, that's fair. He just forgets.
I thought you wanted shield anyway.
I don't give a crap.
What?
I just want my Pokemans.
It just got really weird in here.
I just want that Meowth that turns super long.
What?
Yeah, look at it. Gigantamax Meowth turns into Long Cat.
That's weird.
I love it.
Anyway, you get shield. I get sword. We're good.
All right.
Figured.
He's getting sword.
Yeah, we're gonna end up both getting Shield. He's gonna be like, "I told you you're getting Sword."
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Sure.
You're getting short.
I'm getting
Wait,
short. You're
wait.
getting.
Is short anything like smudge?
Yes, it is.
Swords.
I shorted my pants.
Swords. Like, that's what your coming noise now.
No, you- Oh, man, that's awesome.
That wasn't
You
good.
gotta
at
say
all.
shorted
Edit
my
that
drawers.
out, man. That was terrible.
Shorted my drawers.
Shorted my drawers.
Sword. When does Sword and Shield that come?
November 15th.
Yeah.
Good
oh,
lord.
Kaylee's
Quick on the
birthday.
draw.
Kaylee's birthday, I'll be in Mexico.
Yeah, I know. Because I think we should do an episode for it.
Absolutely.
For Kaylee's birthday?
Yeah.
We'll give her a shout out.
That's fair.
No, you know what? We'll do an anime episode without Alex.
Unless we're talking about buttholes, I don't want to hear it on this episode.
But do you remember when my mom used to think that the Butthole Surfers, whenever Jesse wanted that album whenever for Christmas one year,
Electric Larry Land?
Electric Larry Land.
and Mom was like, "I'm gonna get you that Butthole Surface."
Eric's mother once, while we were out at getting food, because I tagged along with his family like a weird child.
I did it to yours.
Yeah, but she once we were talking about, it was whenever we had a lot of new phone technology.
Like 2001.
Yeah, she got really excited. She's like, I gotta get me one of them vibrators, but I'd need one the size of a VCR.
Yeah.
We realized later she was talking about a
Pager.
pager.
Oh my gosh. Connie is in every episode.
It vibrates, and she said it was a vibrator.
I like that.
But she would need a
Jeez.
vibrator the size of a VCR.
Yeah.
Wow.
And which
That's impressive.
we heard the entire back staff lose it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
sure
you
you
Even
did.
the people in the Chinese restaurant were losing their shit behind, like in the area where the
And they didn't
buffet
even
was
understand what was
at.
going on. They're just
First appearance, Spawn number 2.
Violator.
Oh,
Violator.
vibrators.
Yeah,
Oh,
the first appearance of vibrators.
Smart.
What is the first
It's a good band.
apparent time that the vibrators have occurred in comics? I actually feel like Adam would know this. Adam has like this weird encyclopedic knowledge of first and third appearances.
He does.
I'll hold up a comic and he'll be like, "That's the 18th appearance of Kitty Pryde."
I have no idea the second appearance of anyone, but I know the first and third time that they.
I know the
showed up.
Oh, about to say, I've heard you several times be like, "That's the third Colossus." Like, what? I don't know that.
Well, we all know the third.
Yeah, that's-
Colossus.
What is it?
I know what the second is.
It's 90.
It's 95 is the third
X-Men
Colossus.
95.
Yep. 94 is the second.
Yeah.
Giant size 1 is 1.
Everybody.
I
knows
only
that.
remember covers. Like,
Everybody knows that, AJ.
AJ, where the fuck have you been?
Where you been at, man? Is that why that X-Men 95 was in the long box that stood on the wall?
Damn.
I didn't even have to say anything, and these two like just tore that up.
also,
Just
that's
fucking
not
around.
worth anything, and we know it.
Of course it is. Yeah,
X-Men '95.
it's
Is it?
worth 90,
Yeah.
94 is worth a
95.
shitload of money.
94 is worth.
95 is worth some.
95's the second new team in the book.
Yeah.
Y'all
Second
nerds.
Wolverine and X-Men.
Yes, we
I'm
are
sorry, I
titles.
was too busy getting laid instead of reading nerd books.
No, you
That's
weren't.
not true.
We know better.
True at all.
We absolutely know better.
That's not true.
I got laid way before you did.
You're talking about Pokemon.
Sometimes I was playing video games.
While you laid?
No,
You ever done that?
Me?
no,
Video games and sex? No, I don't
I've
play
never done
video
it.
games.
no. I did have someone
You're
try.
never like Mega Man, Mega Buster. Oh.
Oh, if I was offered sex during a Mega Man run, I would decline. I'm in my Mega Man zone.
Yeah, I had someone next actually try to go down on me while playing video games, and I just realized I couldn't pay attention to either. So
Yeah.
it was just a bad experience overall. Don't recommend it.
I'm
out of 10.
generally angry if I'm playing a game that I'm into.
Usually I am too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
it's
Humpy Monkey, I
frustrating.
can't beat him.
Man, I'm telling you, like
The Humpy Monkey.
No, wait a minute. I
You
tell
know
you
what
what.
sucked is I beat him for him.
Yeah, and then he didn't fucking
and then
save
he
it.
didn't save it
It
correctly.
went
So,
to the next level, and then I didn't save.
I was
shit.
playing Smash Brothers the other day, and I got this assist trophy, and it was the monster and the flea man.
Oh,
And that's what that is.
the Humpy Monkey.
The Humpy Monkey
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
Flea Man.
flea man.
Okay, so you're talking about Castlevania. I get
Yup.
that now.
I said Castlevania.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
But-
I heard you talking about. I thought you were talking about Mega Man.
He didn't say Castlevania.
I did.
Thank you,
We
Eric.
can take it back.
Yeah,
I
go for it.
definitely said it.
Yep.
I definitely said it. I know I did. Anyways, Humpy Monkey is Igor, or the Flea Man.
Flea Man.
Yeah.
He was in the Red Hot Chili Peppers as well, if you recall.
He plays
Man.
a hell of a bass.
He does.
Flea Man.
I've always heard that. I've always wondered if that was true or not. But have you ever heard the story that he played so much that he ended up with a hole in his thumb and he just filled it with super glue and kept playing?
That's true, probably.
Flea.
Lots of those guys.
I don't know how you get a hole right through your thumb.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
either.
I'm
You
thinking
mean
like.
clean through his.
I don't
thumb?
Nah,
fucking know what the story
I
was.
figure it's like, did you ever play the original Mario Party and you'd like wear a hole in your palm of your hand playing that?
That's why every N64 controller has a broken stick, by
Yeah.
the way.
But a
Yep.
lot of musicians have glue fingers. Like Adam did it playing guitar. You'd have to put glue on your fingers. Yeah, well, you've never done
Adam
that.
has shaken his head no.
My fingers are just
calloused.
I know that
bricks.
Danny's done it. I know a lot of guitar players that do it, so it makes sense.
You think porn stars have to do that to their dicks?
Maybe.
yes.
Yeah, I do actually.
All out there,
I-
Kentucky lubricant.
What about stunt cocks?
KY.
A stunt cock's a thing. For those not in the know, a stunt cock is where a handsome porn star will do all the close-up shots, but his dick just isn't up to snuff. So whenever they go into the close-up peener shots, they got a stunt cock coming in.
So me,
That's
the
impressive.
handsome up close stuff,
yeah.
and then you get somebody to
That
fill it.
stunt cock is
None
a
of-
roll. Someone gets.
There's not a stunt cock at this table, boys.
Someone's on payroll for a stunt cock
Oh, yeah.
somewhere.
Fluffers and stunt cocks are two of my favorite
What's
jobs.
fluffer?
A fluffer is someone
What?
who comes. Yeah,
Where the fuck have you been?
a
know
fluffer
about
is someone who
stunt
comes in
cock.
before that will like play with the porn star's dick to get it hard. Although nowadays apparently they just use pills, which I think's cheating.
So they use some girl off or man off camera to get someone going.
Yeah,
to
it'll be like someone
fluff
who
up
like
his wiener.
yeah, it'll be like someone who's also doing makeup or something. But like while they're like waiting in between shots,
So wait, does that guy have makeup on his dick?
probably. I would actually be shocked if they didn't.
This is a very interesting conversation.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
we
gonna
gotta-
be a hell of a
This
podcast.
could be a whole episode.
I don't
right
know
here.
if this is gonna make it, but we're going.
Probably
for
not.
it. We're going.
At this
for
point,
it.
if we edit everything, this one's got the banner should just be a big "not safe for work" thing.
yeah, I know.
That's good.
But y'all want to hear about stunt cocks?
Nope. I don't.
Jeez,
Here's
I
our-
love it. I love it.
Interestingly, no, I don't.
Well, too late. You learned about it, buddy.
Blitzkrieg Pop has Tourette's.
Blitzkrieg stunt cock.
That's good, man. Wow, I like that.
Woo!
I know. I can imagine Professor Podcast listening.
That's
going
going
to
be the X-rated version of the
we're done.
podcast.
Dan, you're gonna love this one.
We're done with this. one.
Are we?
I'll do my own fucking spin-off episode, boys.
Are we? Because I don't know. Is there enough content when everything's cut out for there to be that?
No,
in
I'm
episode?
saying he's going to be like.
No, he's done with our.
We're done.
show.
He's done with our shit. I get that. Yeah.
Edit
Yeah.
your own shit, you freaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. So, I think the Joker looks stupid. The movie.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
It might be, but it looks stupid.
I'm so like.
It's really good.
I just can't get excited about DC things anymore, and
No.
I want to. Like, whenever I heard they're putting fucking Huntress and Renee Montoya in Birds of Prey, I really want to get excited about that movie. But as soon as I see DC films, I just I've been burned so many
As
times.
soon as I see Margot Robbie, I'm just like, no.
Yeah, I'm
See,
done
I-
with that
I
As
shit.
like
soon as I
Margot
see
Robbie.
Margot Robbie, I'm like, hell yeah,
No.
she's hot.
That's not what matters. That's
Just
not
watch
the
Wolf of
only
Wall
thing that
Street.
matters.
I've seen Wolf of Wall Street.
Then what do you care?
It's
What's
a
it
good
matter?
movie.
But like characters I really like, and that's my big complaint about DC is they're just like, who are we gonna use? Batman, Superman, Batman, Superman, Batman, Superman, Catwoman 4 times, Batman 47 times.
Wonder Woman.
Harley Quinn.
How many times we got to do the Joker? 16.
What about
And-
Shazam?
Yeah,
He's
that-
got a movie.
and I
It
got
was
excited
awesome.
about
I
that.
love that movie.
I haven't seen
Shazam
it.
was
It was
good.
great.
Aquaman
I
has
still
a
haven't seen
movie.
I
I haven't seen Aquaman.
Well, I mean, it was Zachary Levi. Zach, I love you, man.
I watched.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've got to watch
Shazam was a fucking
It's a great movie.
Shazam was fucking
Great
awesome.
movie.
See, I never saw it because I was in that
I loved
zone
it.
of being burned by
Now-
DC. Like, it looks good, maybe, but
They're like
They pulled it off.
only one person ever said they didn't like it, and I don't trust his opinion on.
Oh yeah.
he hates Joy.
I'm going
But
to tell you right now
I
that
really
same
liked it.
person hated Joker, and Joker's an enjoyable film.
I don't know. It looks so bad. And it's weird because the cast looks amazing. Like, everyone they announced for it, I'm like, that is like
It's
a great
great.
actor or actress.
I tell you what,
But-
if it came out and it was a single, one-shot Joker story, everyone at this table would love it.
That's my only issue with it is that it's not based on anything ever.
Yeah, but they,
That's
they
the
actually,
best part of it, though.
See, I maintain.
They've done it perfect.
I don't know. To me, like, I just don't think the Joker can ever hold his own. Because, like, that John Carpenter one shot that just
I
came out,
agree.
it's not focused on the Joker. It's about one of his henchmen.
I totally
Those are always
agree
the
because
best.
to me, Joker's very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Without his dance partner, what's he worth?
Yeah, it's better seeing him through the eyes of another character. Like,
Let me ask
I
you
think
a
they could have
question.
examined the dichotomy of the craziness of Batman and the craziness of the Joker.
Yes.
One's rich, one's poor, and they flubbed that.
yeah, there's
If
actually,
they're gonna do it completely out of context, out of any kind of thing we know, then why didn't they do something like that?
yeah, like I always liked if you never read Gotham Central, there's my if you haven't you should because it's awesome. But they go a lot into the whole like I'm just so tired of all these costumed assholes. It's just irregular cops that keep getting upset because every time they go to arrest a mugger, all of a sudden Poison Ivy's shooting vines at them, and Batman's farting out batarangs everywhere, and they're like tripping on them and stuff. And it's like, fuck these guys.
That's what I was saying about Joker too. And me and Adam talked about it last weekend after I saw it. But
Yeah.
I was like, if they would do a character study on Batman where they explore that he's a fucking lunatic, it would be the best Batman movie ever.
Well, you know what they're gonna do with that? Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Because Moon Knight is legitimately a lunatic.
I hope that happens,
He
but
is
I,
crazy.
yeah. I mean,
I
by
am-
definition, Moon stuff.
I am legitimately concerned about Moon Knight.
Like being bad.
Yeah.
You're
Why?
genuinely concerned about every Marvel thing that happens.
That's
and
true.
But now
Well,
they
eventually-
announced.
You're
Eventually, they're gonna trip on their dick.
So they've announced the Deadpool movie.
Yeah, they said that the Deadpool 3 is definitely going to be R.
I haven't been as concerned.
What would
since
make you
Guardians.
concerned about Moon Knight?
I don't know.
I'm more worried about Eternals than I am.
Eternals is in the
See,
film world. I don't trust the Disney Plus.
You haven't
shows.
seen it yet.
Yeah.
I know because I haven't seen them.
And most,
I'm not saying I'm negative about them. I'm cautiously excited. I
the
don't.
good thing about that too is we're already going to have a bunch of the Disney Plus shows before that comes out.
Right.
I mean, we get
I
to
think-
base it on.
I also
Loki and
think all of us
WandaVision.
can agree that like the parts of the Netflix shows that did worked well because they had 13 episodes or so or even 8. I think it would have been better at 8,
They wanted to do
Absolutely.
less.
but they could really flesh them out way more than what a 2-hour movie can.
Of
And
course.
I think that's what Moon Knight will benefit from.
I could not have possibly been happier than whenever they canceled the Ghost Rider show.
I know.
And they did, which
know.
was random
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
It's
I'll-
really weird. They're keeping up with the Hellstrom show.
Any
though.
of you,
Ah,
any of you guys that know
no
me know
interest.
well enough to know that I fucking love Ghost Rider. Could not have been happier when they canceled it.
The tip of his dick is made of bone and constantly on fire.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If
Just
you
'cause-
open up the
well-
back of his dick, there's a portal to hell
Well, I
in
mean,
it.
for me, Robbie Reyes is not my fucking Ghost Rider, and I'm tired of them just harping on that fucker. Let's move on.
What makes you think that that's
Give
not
me-
just going to come on Disney?
It might, but fuck. I mean, and I get that we've already saw Johnny Cage twice.
Not
Johnny.
Cage.
Excuse me.
Split punch and
Johnny
all.
Blaze.
Not correctly though.
We've already seen Johnny Blaze twice, and they don't want to do him again. That's fine. Stop doing Reyes and do fucking Danny Ketch.
I mean, I say don't do any of them and do a Trail of Tears movie.
That's cool, man.
Man, I would
Damnation.
shit a
Hey,
brick.
Eric, Midnight Suns is rumored as a film.
Yeah, man. Midnight Suns would be fucking awesome.
Here's what I'm saying about Moon Knight. This is the only thing I worry. I was really excited about Iron Fist, and it was awful.
Man,
Awful.
as someone who has an Iron Fist tattoo, and whenever they announced it, I've texted everybody, and I was like, "Oh my god, guys, it's happening!" And then, like 6 episodes through, I was like, "Anytime Colleen Wing's not on the screen, I don't give half a hot shit."
Right.
I got a real good funny. Whenever Ashley first saw your tattoo, and this wasn't really that long ago, she was like, "Man, that fucking show sucked. Why did he get that tattoo?" And I was like, "Babe,
That's awesome.
that's
I
not
love
even
that.
the fucking logo from the show."
That's awesome.
Two of my favorite Marvel things are Fantastic Four and Iron Fist, so fuck me.
And then you question why I'm worried about Moon Knight.
I hate Moon Knight, so
But I'm
Oh,
saying
Midnight's awesome.
I do.
I
not
was
like Moon Knight.
watching Daredevil season 2 with Shara, who doesn't know about Iron Fist, and I was like, "See, this is cool because we have the crime element here, and it's gritty and it's cool." And then Iron Fist is like gonna be fucking dragons and shit, and it never happened.
Never once showed a
We got-
fucking dragon.
Man, we need an entire episode about some
you talk
billionaire's meth addiction.
What a missed opportunity to make a kung fu show.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Man.
when I say I'm expressing doubt about Moon Knight, I feel like it could go similar.
I actually was so bitter when they used the Bride of Nine Spiders for 7 seconds,
Right?
killed her off immediately,
Yeah, that was stupid.
and like, man, that was my little taste. That was so close
I-
of getting a good show.
Hope that Shang-Chi will capture the elements
That
that,
vibe.
I needed. That Iron Fist should have
I,
captured.
I also
Absolutely.
want to say though, Kevin Feige, who love him or hate him, Sean Hayden, he is not. He was not in charge of Marvel TV
No,
when
no, he
Iron
was not.
Fist came out, and
That's
he
fu-
is in charge of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Well,
And he is
The asshole-
badass on this,
the-
except for with the Mandarin. That's
Do you know
really
what
the
else-
only fuck up he's
and you,
had.
Well, they're
correct
fixing
me.
I heard.
Correct me here if I'm wrong, but the showrunner for Iron Fist was also the showrunner for Inhumans, and you see how that went.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
But
Yeah,
see,
also,
that's
I
Marvel
remember-
TV at that
Inhumans
time.
was the biggest piece of trash. Am I the only one here
Agents
that
of
actually
S.H.I.E.L.D.
finished
is
it?
I never even
Yeah.
watched it.
Okay.
Like, I never
I
bothered.
watched it with you, Eric.
I was so
Oh,
excited when they announced that. Like,
as soon
Iron
as they told
Fist.
me that Black Bolt could talk and he was in jail and didn't know who he was, I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Now picture this: there's an entire team of characters. They have these amazing powers. They all revolve around it. And we're gonna take away their powers in the first 30
Yeah,
seconds.
we're gonna cut Medusa's hair off.
Yeah.
But
They
Triton drown in a pool.
Triton disappears. Gorgon dies. They cut off Medusa's hair. Karnak bumps his noggin and can't use his power anymore. And
I
as
didn't
far
even
as
know
I-
that one.
Yeah, as far as I know, Black Bolt never actually says anything.
he does.
Okay,
I
but he
watched
has no powers, right?
I want to
So
say
he
that
has the speech thing.
Marvel
Like,
TV
that's it.
fucked up so many licensing opportunities with Lockjaw. You're talking about the second coming of Rocket Raccoon, Pops, and fucking
Crystal
stuff.
never once used her power. They got
Yeah.
Lockjaw pretty close though.
Well, Lockjaw
Now,
looks
Lockjaw-
cool, but I'm saying if Lockjaw would have been in, let's say, the Eternals, the movie coming out, which I hear that Feige's trying to get the Inhumans in there,
That'd
be
and they're
cool.
casting for Black Bolt now. I think it's gonna be
Even if it's just like a cameo, that'd be awesome.
well, they're kind of just ignoring that now.
That's
good.
fine. No
Also,
one watched it.
there is rumors out there that they're trying to get Charlie Cox and fucking Vincent D'Onofrio and all these guys in films now.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I've heard that Spider-Man 3 is.
I keep hearing weird
Yeah,
shit
well.
about Spider-Man 3. Like everyone's saying one more day, and I'm like, what?
No one said that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
oh, you
all
mean
over.
like
It's all over.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People,
like,
fans.
But
want
how would
that.
they do
No.
that when they haven't done anything that leads up to one?
Well,
more
listen,
I
day?
know.
Fans saying it's one thing, but
Well,
Also,
Here's
of
the-
note though, they did do Age of Ultron, which
That's
I know
true.
that's not a lot of people's
Talking
favorite
about
movie,
the
but a
name.
lot of
The
people.
name.
it was
Yeah,
still
the-
so much better than the book it was based on.
Civil War, the movie's
I-
better than the book.
Yeah.
I love Age of Ultron though. Wow, you talk about
The
a
movie?
you can go back
It's awesome.
and rewatch. It
This is
gets
a great
better.
movie.
every
Way
time.
better than
Yeah.
the first
It's
Avengers.
way better every
Yeah.
time I watch it.
The first Avengers did not hold up for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
boring.
couldn't get past James Spader's voice, which I liked.
Man, I love James Spader though.
I don't
But-
like his look, the buck teeth. He's got
Yeah.
buck
Yeah,
teeth.
But
well,
they fix it at the end. I
he
think
does look cool.
the end where he gets the gaping
Ultron
butthole face.
bot. The
bringing it
Ultron
around.
bots look awesome.
Oh hell yeah, they do.
I don't know, man. Hey, you know
Did you-
what I'm excited about is Black Knight. I think it's gonna be cool.
Oh
hope
yeah,
so.
I think it's
absolutely.
gonna be cool, man.
I mean, Jon Snow reprising the role of Jon Snow. I mean, why not?
It's gonna be great.
As long-
I'm disappointed that he's not Wolverine. Man.
I'm not.
I am totally.
That guy does not need to be Wolverine.
He is definitely Wolverine.
No,
I would have been
he
okay
is
with it. I
not.
think he could pull it
Looks
off.
just
But
like
That does
Wolverine.
not look any. What?
He's like
3 feet
3
tall.
feet tall.
Oh, is that the
Scruffy.
only? That the only?
Plus,
Yes.
I don't really care about looks that
Great
much
actor.
because if we're going by that, then Glenn Danzig would have been a great choice for him.
I agree.
But I think we all agree
But
that
Danzig
would have
can't
sucked
act.
ass.
Jon Snow, Shit Harrington can act.
Yeah, with a nickname like that.
Yeah, you know he was called Shit on the playground. Come on now, Shit Harrington. You
Well,
know,
You know his
he
name's
was
not
British,
actually
They don't
Kit,
say
right?
shit. They
It's
say
the-
shite.
It's
Shite
kind of.
Harrington.
It's kind of debatable that he's a great actor.
You realize his name is not actually Kit, right?
Genuinely,
I didn't know that.
know
What
that.
is his name? Tom.
I don't fucking know what his name is, but it ain't
Bruce.
Kit.
What's his name then?
Kitchen?
You can't
Short for
fucking come
Kit
out
Dude.
with that kind of information and not follow
Get on
it
your
up.
goddamn phone.
He's the one that fucking brought it up.
His name's Kitten.
Kitten Harrington.
Kitthew.
I
You
saw,
got-
I saw
why
this
would he
somewhere. I
not
can't
be a
remember where
good
it was.
Wolverine?
Kitthew.
Adam.
That
Just
guy's
one
always.
word.
You know what? You know. Here's his acting face, and for those of you that can't
That's
see
Jon
me,
Snow.
it's always like I'm about to cry. Like
That's Jon Snow. Yeah, like that's him doing the character.
like.
I don't know that that's him. I think that's Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you who I don't want that to be. Wolverine.
That's like saying like, oh man, the guy who played Walter White sucks because he was such a dick.
Or he was a bad dad and fucking.
So you
Malcolm.
don't think an actor's facial expressions are part of their acting?
I think
I
whenever
think they
they're
changed
appropriate to the character,
I've
then
never
yeah.
seen Joaquin Phoenix make the expressions he made in Joker and Walk the Line.
Yeah, like
Here we go. His name is Christopher.
oh, that's a letdown.
Okay.
Damn.
Well,
Christopher Catesby Harrington.
I know we
other
talked.
than other than the facial expressions suck. He doesn't look
We
like
talked about
Wolverine.
this in
I don't
episode
care
1.
about looks for a character. I mean, I'd rather
Really?
have someone who's a good actor. Yes, I would rather have someone who's a
You
good
can make
actor
anybody
than
look
someone
like
who looks right.
Wolverine.
Well,
You just give them
okay.
fucking sideburns. And
We'll see what happens.
You just give him a
Especially, like-
cowl.
Yeah, like I mean,
Yes.
if we're gonna go by looks, there's 1,000 different artists who've drawn 1,000 different ways. He didn't have a nose for a minute.
Does Tom Holland look
Fair.
like Peter Parker?
Good point.
Yeah, he does.
To you,
So-
he does.
Well, I mean,
I think Andrew Garfield looks more like Peter Parker.
I think they both look fairly generic,
Yeah,
which Peter
it's
Parker
an
did
interesting.
whenever
It's an
fucking
interesting conversation.
I just hear everyone screaming Kit Harrington, Kit Harrington, Kit Harrington. And I'm like, why?
because you didn't watch Game of Thrones.
I did it. It wasn't very good.
Oh man, that
doesn't
shit
really,
was bad.
Holy shit, hot take. You didn't like Game of Thrones?
Damn, that shit was awesome. man.
Wow.
This is okay.
Silence.
Got real quiet.
Let's talk
there
about
for a
Eric's
minute.
butt.
Not enough dragons.
There were
No,
dragons all over the
I want to
place.
say
Not
this:
enough.
There were so many
In-
dragons.
in the late season.
inconsistent rules regarding the dragons.
Very.
Very.
Agree
Well,
with that.
yeah.
Because for a while you couldn't hurt them, and then one dude shot 2 of them
All
out
of a
of
sudden.
the fucking sky.
but-
All of a sudden, they're not so
and then one of
invincible.
them healed miraculously.
So you know what
There's
they are? Plot devices.
Well,
that's all they ever were.
That's what
To
the
be
Death
fair, that's
Star
what
is.
the
That's what
Infinity
gamma
Gauntlet is.
radiation is. That's.
I mean,
everything.
realistically, the end game should have never happened because
it can't.
once the Infinity Gauntlet's there, that's the end. It's a plot device that they were even able
I
to
know.
ever top down.
Okay, but
down.
I
Thanos to
feel
get
like-
beat while he gets it
I
again.
feel like that.
yeah.
That
Gosh.
that good fantasy doesn't use dragons just as a plot device. There's a little more to it.
I feel like
Depends on
if
the
you read the
story,
books,
really.
maybe I haven't read them, but
Yeah.
they're probably more in use in there. Right?
Oh yeah, in the books they're way more in depth. But if they did the books like one for one, it would have been like 30 seasons.
Which
Yeah,
would have been
right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
way
right.
more.
whenever they're like still like trying to be like the young queen, she's a mere 67 years old.
I,
would've
I
been a
like
little weird.
dragons, and I thought they were cool in the show.
It was okay. It's
That guy should be Wolverine. That's my pick. It was in my pick on episode 1 because Eric told me about.
Hot take:
Sorry,
make Maisie Williams Wolverine. And I'm not talking Laura. I'm talking Logan.
Hey, who's your Wolverine then?
I don't have one.
You don't have a
I don't-
choice.
I'm not a casting
Steve
director,
Bloom.
Not Bob Hoskins.
but probably not.
He was on
Munch.
the docket.
That's my Wolverine.
I'll be Puck. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Well,
I'd watch Danny DeVito.
there
as
are
Buck.
rumors that Hugh Jackman's going to be Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There are.
And he
I-
said originally, if they ever do something with Fox and Marvel, I'll come back for it.
I bet he could sit there all day and be like, "I'm done with this," and then they slide that check under him. He goes, "Never mind, I'm good."
I want to see him wear a mask.
Hell yeah.
I think they would too.
Over at Marvel, he'll wear a mask.
I think
At
they can
least-
see that.
oh,
I
no,
mean, not all the time.
He'll at least
That's
have
why.
a mask.
That's why it doesn't have to be Kit Harington. Number one, he'd cost too much, and number two, it
Well,
could be
Hugh
anybody under a
Jackman's too
mask.
tall. Just truth be told.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
he's 6'4".
He looks like Clint Eastwood.
sure, I mean,
Yeah,
He's too
Wolverine
big.
shouldn't dwarf me.
No, you're right. He shouldn't dwarf Cyclops.
I think Kit Harington looks more the role than not as Jon Snow. I'm talking as the man.
I've seen him like
Harrington.
in like street clothes at interviews and stuff, and I just don't think he looks like.
But I think it'd be a cool Black Knight.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but I want to point out that you were against Chris Evans's cap.
We
and
all were.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I mean, to be,
Mark Ruffalo is Hulk.
I wasn't against Mark Ruffalo as Hulk. I said I needed to see it. When I saw it, I said that's awesome.
I know.
So
I
that's not the
defended
same
the
as
Chris
being
Evans's cap the whole time.
That to me is not the same as being against something. I said I just need to see it.
I was
feel
absolutely
that.
against Benedict Cumberbatch as
He was.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
You remember all we ever
I was
say is
pissed.
they
All I've
casted
done-
Robert Downey Jr.
All I've
Trust
done
me.
is second guessed everything that's ever been cast by Marvel.
everything.
Everything.
I would
Sure.
say everything. But
I've-
I
I've
guessed
sec-
a bunch.
literally second guessed every fucking
and then you
casting
see it and
they've
you love
done.
it.
Even Chris Pratt,
Yes,
Oh, I definitely. I'd
Andy
second guess
Dwyer
Chris.
in space.
absolutely.
Well, the thing is, like, that's another thing.
Especially
Gamora-
because that's not really like
Gamora,
Star-Lord.
Batista.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Oh man, we all shit on Batista and
Oh,
how
yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
we were.
Definitely shit on Batista.
I remember when he first opens his mouth in Guardians, I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Groot's fucking Vin Diesel.
That was
Groot-
fine.
He had
anyone can
3
play
words.
Groot, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was
Then
the
why
Iron
did they have to
Giant
get Vin Diesel to do
because
it?
he was the Iron Giant.
Because he wanted to do
Because
it.
he wanted to do it.
Yeah, that's
basically.
exactly my point, though. I mean, it didn't have to be him.
No,
Rocket
Could
Raccoon
have
didn't have
been
to be Bradley
liter-
Cooper.
Exactly. It could have literally been anybody.
Yeah, Groot. I'll give you that because anyone can say I'm Groot.
Well, that's a marketing thing right there because they got to say we've got Vin Diesel saying he's a tree over and over
Exactly.
again.
I can't
And
believe
it's a smart
that,
marketing move because it got talked about a
I
lot.
can't believe Vin Diesel is like a draw for people. He brings people into
Well,
theaters.
Vin
Pitch-
Diesel's weird because I
Pitch
don't
Black's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't like Vin
Oh,
Diesel
yeah.
as an actor, but every story I hear about him where he's like getting seasoned actors like Judi Dench to play Dungeons and Dragons with him, I'm like, I can't help but find him lovable.
Hey, what is up with the feud with him and Dwayne Johnson?
It's probably just fake.
I think
for-
it is fake.
Yeah.
You think it's fake?
I think they've actually said it's fake.
Yeah, they're both notoriously like super nice people, and they
That's
probably.
what I thought. I'm like, hey man, The Rock. He's not my favorite, but damn, he's nice.
And even if they are fighting, it's like I'm never going to meet either of those two boners. Who gives a
The
shit?
Rock will run for president.
Oh my God,
It's going to be Idiocracy all over again.
we're already there.
The Rock will
When is
run.
Macho.
I just want to know when it ended.
He has actually talked
Yeah.
about running for
The,
office.
the thing
I'm
is,
not
like,
kidding.
a lot of people have talked about that,
And I
in
would
fact,
vote for it.
Camacho's actually, for as stupid as he is, a pretty good president because he sees where he's fucking up. He's like, I can't do this. I'm
He
gonna
gets the
bring in some
Brainiac
people."
to come in and do some shit.
Yeah, Camacho is actually pretty good at his job
Yeah, he's
for
not.
being a former porn star and wrestler.
That's where it comes into play.
Yeah,
That's the goofy part.
Yeah.
But it's not far from where we're at.
I mean, Jesse Ventura was he mayor, governor of
Yeah,
Michigan?
he was governor.
What's his finishing move?
I have no idea. I don't think I've seen a single Jesse Ventura match.
I think he talks your leg off.
He goes across the aisle.
Yeah,
He whips. He's a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. That's what
that
he
he
is.
is. That's a fact.
We've seen video evidence.
That is
was
a
it
fact.
Commando? Is that right?
No, that's
What
from
movie is that from?
Predator.
Hey, I gotta ask you guys a question.
off. They all run
We
together
Are
to me.
Hayden mentioned an actor to me the other day I've never heard of, and
Okay.
I'm sure I know Munch.
Well,
heard of
Munch knows.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
dude.
that
How the
was
fuck
the
do you
mayor
not know
of
who
Bill
Bill
Paxton's
Paxton
one
is?
of the all-time
Do you-
biggest actors.
Do you remember Do you remember Weird Science?
You remember
Yeah.
Independence?
Remember
Day?
the brother that gets turned into shit?
That's him.
That's him.
That's the only role
Chet.
I know him in. He
Bill
kept
Paxton's
saying,
dead.
He's in Terminator. He's in
Is he?
fucking
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Alien. He's in
He's
this.
in.
He's in that.
He was in Shield season 1.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
he was.
Oh man, what talk about garbage? This is why I'm worried about Moon
Shield
Knight.
got really good
Fucking
for like
terrible.
6 episodes. It
You
had
know-
6 solid episodes.
You
I'm
know
still
what's
watching
funny
it.
Is people have
Nerd.
accused me of not being able to talk shit about Marvel, and their TV sucks.
It's-
Daredevil
it's
and
pretty
Punisher is
good.
all they got. Season 1 of Justice.
I didn't even really
Jessica
like
Jones.
Punisher that much.
I'm with
Punisher-
AJ.
Punisher to me is as good as Daredevil.
Nah,
It
no,
doesn't-
it's not even
Yeah.
close.
Daredevil
man.
season
God,
3
no.
by far was
Daredevil
way
season
better.
3, but I'm talking about 1 and 2. Punisher's as good as
No.
It is.
absolutely
No,
not.
it's awesome. Y'all don't understand the
Punisher was
character.
as good as season.
I understand him fine.
I would put money that I've read more Punisher
We've
comics
both
than
read
you.
plenty of Punisher
I
and
don't know
understand
if
the
that's
character
true.
well enough.
I love
Punisher.
the Punisher.
Punisher was as good as season 2 of Daredevil because it was Punisher.
That's fair.
Okay, what about the casting
That's
of
fair.
Punisher?
But
Do
it
you
was,
like that?
Yeah, I thought
any
that guy
season
was great
wasn't
as
as good as
Punisher.
1 or 3.
Yeah.
There's
remember-
nothing wrong with it. I heard the Punisher was too slow, which I
Oh man, it
appreciate.
was. Woo.
Yeah.
You
I
get,
Damn,
didn't
it was a
feel
no,
that.
you
that
get
was a
two
dra-
good episodes, and then you get one at the end.
It was a dragger, man.
I just don't agree. I thought
The second season
For a
was like, what
character-
the fuck is this?
for a character that you think is going to be all action, it's like it's good that it's not all action.
Well, my problem is I don't like it when they try to make the Punisher a good guy.
Did you watch the second season?
No, I didn't.
That's why you think that.
Because the
There's
season one
parts
sucked.
where he goes on a soul searching thing, and you think he's going to stop being the Punisher, and he's like, nope. I was always the Punisher. This is who I'm supposed to be, and I'm gonna kill every motherfucker I see.
You know why?
That's
Because they had
breaking the law.
canceled him at the time, and it was just like, fuck it, let's kill
They
everybody.
didn't know that when they were making the show. And dude, the second season, he embraces that he is a fucking killer and he's the Punisher. It's fucking amazing, dude.
I don't know.
It's amazing.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, I'm probably never gonna.
You'll
watch
never
that.
watch it.
No. There's a
You're
lot
not a
of things.
fan.
I watched all
the
of it.
Punisher TV show. No, I am
kidding.
not.
I'm kidding.
I did not care for season 2.
I watched.
You watched all of it.
I watched
Yeah,
season
it's
2 of
slow.
Iron Fist.
I didn't.
I,
Oh,
I
I
didn't watch
didn't.
season 1.
Actually
of
I
it.
watched 12 minutes of the first episode of season 2 of Iron Fist and went, hell
I'll
no.
tell
What's
you-
actually funny is I never watched the last season of any of those shows. I watched all the other ones,
You
but I didn't watch a single
Daredevil?
last. No.
Wow.
You don't.
So
Whoa,
you didn't even get the
Daredevil's awesome.
best
At that
part of
point-
it.
You
at
just
that
said Daredevil's great, and you haven't seen
season 1 and
3.
2. The problem is at that point I was so disillusioned with those Netflix shows. I
That's
was
fair.
like,
Season 3 is
I-
better
that's
than
fair,
the
I can
both
see that.
first
I'd go back right now and watch Daredevil again.
yeah.
Because all 3 seasons are fucking amazing.
Daredevil
great.
3 I will probably at some point watch,
It's great.
but that's probably the only one of those.
That's probably the only one you need to watch.
Jessica Jones season 1 is really good.
really
I love
good.
season 1 of Jessica
Season
Jones.
2, I
And
couldn't
honestly,
get through 3
Season 2 was
episodes.
Two's
fucking
tough.
terrible. And then I just gave up on 3. It doesn't matter.
I didn't even really dislike season 2 that much. It's just like every time it was like, here's the bad guy. Nope, never mind, they're good. Here's
Yeah,
the other bad
yeah.
guy. Nope, never mind, they're good.
Turns
I'll
out in
tell
the
you,
end, Jessica's the
you know
bad
where
guy.
the big turn was?
That's what I hated. Jessica was the bad guy.
Where things started going wrong was that fucking Defenders show. After that, everything
I disagree.
went downhill.
Yeah.
That
Actually,
show is
I
the
actually
worst.
disagree.
I actually like Defenders.
I hated it.
I loved it.
couldn't stand it. What do you think?
It was.
Mike?
I was in the middle on it. I mean, it was all right.
It
Wasn't-
had a CW vibe.
wasn't anything good. Like the best parts from whatever Iron Fist was nowhere to be found.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed the
I love
parts
that they
without
cut
him.
him off.
And I want to say, as an avid Daredevil
I
fan,
love
I don't like Elektra.
Iron-
And on screen,
That's
she
fine.
ruins the show
What?
for me. I don't
Elektra was like the best villain. No one next to Kingpin.
know.
I
hate
loved
it.
Elektra in those shows.
In the show?
yeah.
Oh, I just couldn't do it. Did you feel me?
I didn't.
I can't stand Elektra.
I stopped Daredevil season 2. If I rewatched it once and I couldn't go past.
I
Punisher
hate the
'cause it got-
power she has over
I just-
over Matt Murdock.
No, I mean I get that
That's
part
from
of
that's
it.
straight out of the
Yeah, I mean, I
comics.
I
get
know, and I
that.
hate it in the
I
comics.
just don't. Yeah,
I hate it.
No.
I hate. I'm not an Elektra person.
The problem with Matt Murdock is he's never got any self-respect, basically, and he always has to be like held up by his friends,
Yeah,
and so he very commonly falls into that. Like
I feel
"Nope."
like that Matt Murdock needs his ass beat even more for going after Elektra. It's like the dumbest thing you could do. I get she's a hot piece of ass and she's a ninja, but what the hell
Well, you
else?
find somebody you love and stick with it.
Can you love Elektra?
Dude,
She's
I
a
don't-
ninja.
but at one point he loves Karen Page, and then at one point he loves Typhoid Mary.
See,
Yeah.
Karen Page, I get. You can cuddle with Karen Page. You can't cuddle up with Elektra.
Karen Page died twice though.
She had
Nope.
AIDS once.
She died of AIDS once, and she died of getting stabbed once
by Bullseye.
by
By
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
If you haven't seen Bullseye in the show,
Oh
Let me just-
my God!
So this just reminded me of something that I just have to throw in here that's complete and utter bullshit. Lindsay had me doing a Marvel quiz, and it was like, name Captain. Everything was comic book related until we get to name Captain America's longtime girlfriend, wife, whatever.
Peggy
And I was
Carter.
like, Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter.
And it was like, no, Peggy Carter. I'm like,
No.
no, fuck that. Peggy Carter is movie garbage only.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is movie garbage.
That's common
only.
knowledge that it's
And
been
this-
Sharon Carter in the books and
This
Peggy
is
Carter
where
in the
And I got
Sean
offended.
will say,
I got hot.
Kevin Feige was sitting in a bubble bath and he fucked that up.
He was sitting there. He had his little tootsies poking out at the end.
Yeah. Remember when Daredevil got canceled, how butthurt he was about that. And he's hated Marvel since then.
I think I left the store one day because I got tired of hearing the words Kevin Feige ruined.
Well, I promptly sent him Chief Creative Officer.
Kevin Feige. You know what Kevin Feige's going to ruin next? The Simpsons.
Yeah, of course.
The Simpsons ruined the Simpsons
I'm
a
just
long time
fucking
ago.
kidding.
Disney
can't-
owns it.
I mean, he can't hurt Star Wars.
You
Star
can't-
Wars ban.
You can't hurt something that's
I know, that's why I
already hurt,
snuck it in there.
right?
Yeah.
You can't hurt something that's already dead,
Can't
apparently.
break something that's broke.
Star Wars is dead.
You can't kill
my
the
God.
Undertaker. He's already dead.
The Undertaker died a long time ago.
Yeah, his knees did for sure.
The dead man's knees are in two sad little
Hey,
coffins.
You guys don't keep up, but do you keep up with wrestling at all?
No, I think I kind of had like a little light that was coming back, and I was like, well, maybe I'll get back into it. And then they had Brock Lesnar to squash Kofi Kingston in 9 seconds.
Did you hear what happened to the Fiend?
No, at that point, every time I saw the words WWE, my eyes just slid off of it like it was named.
Fans chanted AEW at the end of his first match.
Oh, I did hear that because it was so stupid because they disqualified a Hell in the Cell match.
Hell in the Cell, and they've built him as a monster, and Seth Rollins did his finisher 8 times to him. I'm like, well, your monster shouldn't have ever been weak enough to get a finisher done to him one time.
Well, I don't mind
on
one
his
time.
debut match.
But like even Kane had like matches like that where he'd get up twice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I have a 3 finisher limit. I don't think anyone should get up after a 3rd finisher.
8.
That's stupid.
8 curb stomps.
Yeah, especially a move that
Wow.
has been booked as like a be all end all thing.
Yeah.
That's like getting up from the RKO 8 times. Like I think it's a stupid move, but they've always made it to be.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And here's the best part. You're gonna like this. So the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, the Monster, whatever the fuck, he kicks out immediately after 8 of them, but he still lays on his back as if he's damaged or tired and fucked up. So Seth Rollins piles a bunch of shit on him, hits him in the head. They disqualify, and as soon as he's disqualified, all of a sudden Bray Wyatt's back and he's got his powers back, and he gives him the mandible claw, and he ends on top. And it's like,
God, that's
wait
stupid.
a minute, guys.
So they John Cena'd it where like John Cena would get dropped out of a helicopter into the mouth of a shark, and then the shark explodes.
Yeah.
And then he'd just get up like, well, shucks, I lost that one, boys.
It was the dumbest bit of booking I've ever seen.
I would love to see someone pin a shark.
Brock
Hell
Lesnar
yeah.
did give the F5 to a shark, but it was in a commercial.
That's amazing.
It's a good commercial though.
The RKO out of nowhere.
I'm gonna
on
have to
a
check that
shark.
out.
It was from.
Fucking
it was from.
amazing.
I want to say it was either for Bash on the Beach, or it may have just been like a random commercial. But
I was talking about a real fucking shark, AJ.
I just wanted
No.
it to be like a Slim Jim commercial.
that would be a DDT thing. That's not a WWE thing.
I don't like Brock Lesnar as a person.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories is when, oh shit, I cannot remember who it was. I'm just gonna say Stacy Keibler and be really wrong, but one of the older women wrestlers said that
Kelly.
it could have been Kelly, but said that he walked out of the showers and tried to impress her with his nudity, and he just had a tiny red penis, and she said it just looks so angry at me.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just
I
picturing,
can absolutely believe that.
I think his dick's as big
that
as his brain.
Little sword tattooed on him
oh yeah,
between his breasts.
He's getting tit fucked at all times.
All time.
man, I
It
don't
comes
know.
out of the back of his back. I don't know what he was thinking. Man.
How actually I did not realize it came out of his back.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
Oh, it's not?
No, the handle is like down next to his abs, and then it just goes straight up to his throat.
Yeah, it's
I
like
thought
stabbing
it
him in
goes
the neck.
through.
No,
Oh, so that's the tip of it?
it's supposed to be somebody holding a knife to his
I
throat.
thought it was insinuating that that's rounded off and it goes through the back.
No,
I just thought he was so tough he tit fuck swords.
That's what I thought.
Me too.
Which, to be fair, that would be badass.
I think that concludes this episode.
I mean, to be fair, that is what's happening.
Yeah.
Adam, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us at BuzzFeed, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Laughable, Stitcher. I mean, are there any others?
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
Twitter, and
Tweet.
Facebook.
You can come to
You
our
can't
homes.
find us on Twitter because we suck on there.
You can come to our homes and we will give you a live podcast. but
Instagram.
That's true.
You have to guess our secret names from the 5th dimension.
That's nice. All right. See you down the road, guys. Thank you.